welcome to yet another church music tutorial. This time it is another worship song, but it is Wesley Maxwell's song, and this is Idho Manidhargal. As a church, we love this song, not just because it's very tuneful and the musicians love playing it, but our church enjoys worshiping God through this song. And I think that is most important when we come together as a congregation to worship the Lord together. The song has a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus. The song is in the key of A. And here I have set up the keyboard for a speed, a tempo of 76 beats per minute. To start, the song goes, Idho Manidhargal. Now, if you think about it, your worship leader knows the song, so he's going to be leading the congregation. But at the same time, there are people in there. A lot of people do not get the tune very easily. And sometimes people struggle to get started on the song. They have starting trouble. I'm sure most of you musicians have noticed that. So when you give them a gentle idea of the tune or how the tune goes, in this case, the song goes. This is how the tune generally progresses. So if you give them an introduction that goes roughly like that, it sets the tone for the song, and the people get into the song more effectively, or they just jump into the song, and that sounds very nice. And I can tell you based on seeing how our congregation responds. So like I said, this is the verse. You saw us start quite gently. So Idho Manidhargal, awesome Sevavare, Engal Nadu Vasithida Virumbidum Devame. You sing it twice. So as a keyboardist, I always like giving people something more to look forward to the second time they're singing the same verse. So I usually do something like Idho. So this sets the tone. They are always going to be looking forward to something slightly different. Of course, you might argue they're not supposed to listen to the music too much. But believe me when I tell you, it sets the tone for the congregation to get into the worship more. And definitely, even if the congregation gets into the mood or not, you as the musician are going to enjoy yourself that little bit more in God's presence. And that is what we are looking for. So this is the verse. The song goes into the pre-chorus, and that goes, Umakku singhasanam amaithida, ummai thulugirom Yesuve, parisutha rangaratudane, ummai thulugirom Yesuve. Now this is how I would do it the first two times. You can see that the chords are slightly different. Now, when I say Umakku singhasanam, you can see it is not a full F sharp minor. What I've done is use the chords for A on the right side, the A major chord on the right side, and use the bass note for F sharp minor on the left. So that goes, right? And if you give the A major on the right side, what you end up with is F sharp minor 7th. And this way the 7th does not sound very harsh, but it sets the tone. The song is gentle, and it sort of goes along with the gentle build-up of the song. And this is the note that makes all the difference. Instead of playing a full B minor, you're playing a B minor 7th. The chord on the right side is D. The bass note is a B. So together you get a B minor 7, and that sounds very beautiful here. The second time you go for what you're trying to do is actually an A7th. You're going with it gently, so the right side is still A. You still play A on the right, but you're playing G major, the G bass note on the left. The second time, instead of D and E at the end, you give D and E on the right side, but you use the F sharp note and the G sharp note on the left to get the chord build up to the chorus. So it sounds like this. We've gone into the chorus, and now what we notice is that this is the note, F sharp major or B flat, if you look at the note that way. So the chord is still the same, but because of this, what we've done, or what we have managed to get, is an F sharp major instead of a minor. And that makes a huge difference to the way the song sounds again, don't you think so? That's still a B minor. Now, like I said, when you come to the chorus, you give the song as much power as possible as far as the chords are concerned. So you go for a full fat A major, a full fat F sharp major. That's a full flat B minor again. Now, one little addition is when you're playing any major, anything, for example, if you're playing an A major, you have D and E as the immediate companion chords. Now, for A, D sounds much nicer in this setting when you come to the chorus with an extra E note. E is the 9th note. Now, if you add that in here, along with your D, between your D and F sharp, the keyboard still recognizes that as a 9th. And a 9th always sounds fuller than a simple D. Can you see the difference? And that makes a huge difference to the way the song proceeds. So these are all the different things that I wanted to share with you. We will give you the full song now in just a moment. But before I complete, or before I finish this, I was thinking, I told you about the 76 beats per minute tempo that I set up. Now, if you're playing together, if you're just playing as a single person, you would set up the auto accompaniment and it would sort of sound like that. But when you're playing together with another keyboardist and probably a drummer, if the drummer has a click tempo that he can set himself to, or if he uses a metronome, the keyboardist and the drummer goes along with the same tempo. And what you have is something like if you add an acoustic guitar to the soundtrack. Your drummer is going to give you a timing. Now this helps you fill in even more of the sound. Now, assuming you don't have a guitar player, you could always use an extra acoustic guitar in your patch. May not work all the time, it may not work for all the songs, but especially for worship songs, if you can just fill the music up, it would sound that much nicer.
Idho Manidhargal
So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a very informative session. If you've already known all of these, then I'm happy to just play it for you, just see where all sounds can be different. Like I told you, you can always ensure that the song starts gently to begin with and go up to a louder, more prominent volume or dynamics for your chorus. And that will show the audience that the song actually also builds up. And ultimately, when you bring all the music down and the music fades, you can still hear the audience worshiping God through your music. And that would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. So again, thank you very much. If you have any questions, if you have any songs that you'd like me to look at, I would be very, very happy to help. Thank you very much once again.